Okay, I'm going to try to do a video for Annie. She bought the Advantage gas mask, which is here, and they're expensive. You don't want to be throwing them out. So to protect from virus and COVID and pollen and all the other things, I make a mask that is, I get material that is water resistant. And what I mean by that, if I spit on it, it doesn't go through. Okay? So that means you're protecting your gas mask from moisture and rain and COVID and anything in the atmosphere. So the material, I get scraps, okay? Pieces of material from a skating dance fabric store that caters to people, and it's nylon super stretch. It stretches in all four ways. It's hard for me to do this and put this down. I'll do a little bit on my other thing. But this is 17.5 by 16, and I just cut the material like that and fold it over, and then I sew it down the sides and I leave about a space at the bottom to put in the filter. Now the filter is just 14 inches wide by 6 inches, which I will type on the video. And this is really important. This is the filter. This is a MERV 11. Now I hope you can see that. This is a furnace filter that you can get any hardware store. They supply the world, and they control dust, pollen, mites, dander, mold, smoke, smog, bacteria. So this is like major protection. And I don't have much room. I sew on my bed. I cut on my bed, but I do have a sewing machine, which I will show after I get everything cut out. And it's if you have to do it by hand, it can be done by hand. And then I do cut ties. Okay, I have here just an approximation, and I just measure out at least so that it's, you see it's going to fit, and I sew that on after. I'll show you that later. But this is, I make two of these, one for each side, and I sew it on after. And you do have to make an elastic at the top so that it'll fit tight on the nose. Okay, I'm going to start cutting. I don't like to waste material, so you see I have a little piece here. So I'm going to just cut it like that. As long as I get here, I don't care what it's like at the back when I tie it. Just an example. Now this is just to show you the material. Look, super stretch. Stretches all directions, every which way. Okay? So it's super stretch. And it's basically nylon super stretch from any shop that has material for skating clubs and dancers. I use this for my ski tights that I make, but they do carry it, and it's important that you make sure it's water resistant. Now I know when you're in the shop you can't spit on it like I do, but I know my material. But if you hold it up to the light, you'll see it's an extremely tight weave. Nothing's going to get through that, and the fact that it's shiny allows water to drip off, and nothing sticks to it. And I do double it. Now, for outside, I might use just, if I'm going outside and I'm not going shopping and I'm not going to be near people, I just take an extra piece of material and I just put one and I wrap it around my gas mask. So that's just to give you an idea. I protect my gas mask, not just me. Now I'm also going to show you, I have a smaller mask that just fits over my face, and it's the same idea. I just measure my face and top to bottom, and same material, fold it over. and with a hole so that I can put in the filter. And the reason I do that is because if I'm shopping and I'm in the gas mask, they can't hear what I'm saying. And when I have to go to the dentist, for instance, I have to wear a mask, but I don't need the gas mask. You know what I'm saying? So but there are times I shop with the gas mask, and it's gotten so that because I had publicity and people have gotten to know me, they just pay more attention to what I'm saying, or I write out what I want. But that's just to show you that sometimes I can't wear the gas mask inside. And so I wear a smaller mask so that they can hear what I'm saying. But for the gas mask, outside, always. Okay, now this is my material, all right? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over, and I'm going to sew down. I'm going to sew down. I usually start in the middle. This is really difficult because I'm by myself, but I'm doing the best I can, Anne. Sorry, Annie. But yeah, you see, I'm going to start in the middle here. I'm going to sew along the edge and up, and then I'll show you the finished product. And I'm sewing it inside out. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm trying. Now, when I'm sewing, I have to make a little knot here, so I double back. Gotta watch my thread. And I stretch it so that I get the benefit. Now, I have had this machine since I was 17 years old. That's 1958. And I double the knot there. So you can see that I'm making a seam on both sides. And I'm going to shut it off now. Something's gone wrong with my video, so I don't know if it's going to work, but I just wanted to show you. I leave a space that wide, and I'll start to sew here so that I can insert the filter. Now, you can see that I have made, and I'm going to turn it inside out. Okay. And the next part, trying to be quick, but it's hard to do. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I have to sew an elastic here to make it tighter for the nose. Or you could pinch it, I suppose, depending, but I use an elastic. This is the kind of elastic that I get. Super Stretch from the fabric store. And I use every piece of the material. This is the edge, so that goes on the back side. On the front side, I leave it clear. So on the back side, I'm going to sew the elastic. I don't really measure, I just figure leave a space. This is only for the nose part of the mask. And I'm not a fancy sewer. If you can get somebody, you can hire somebody. That's what I would do, frankly. For Dan's mask, you know, I got my girlfriend Jill, who's an excellent seamstress, and her work is perfect. I just get the job done, and it ain't pretty. The best I can. So you see, I'm pulling the mastic, and can you see that? What's happening? I hope you can see that. And I'm pulling the elastic, and I'm not pulling the material, because the bottom is going to be stretchy enough. Nope, not quite right there. Try to make both sides even, but I just kind of guess. Nobody, you know, I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to get it done. That's the way I do things. So now you can see that, okay? So that's going to fit on your gas mask and cover the nose and all the way around. And the next thing I do is, I showed you the material that I cut out approximately. I just guess, you know, it's got to go around, and I got to be able to tie it. You could make it a little longer if you like. And then I just sew this here. I'm just going to sew it here. My thread. And I don't use the same color thread, because if I make a mistake, it's too hard to see to undo. That's just to give you an idea, okay? And that's going to fit right over the mask, and you tie it around the back. And your filter is made smaller so that it's going to fit right inside. I hope you can see that, okay? And that's just to give you, I hope that's, you can understand that. And over and out, and God bless. Okay, this is the finished product. I took all the little things in. Like this. Mm-hmm. Mm. Now, the mask is completely protected, and there's people say that they can't breathe. Well, I got all kinds of lung damage, and if I can breathe through this, it just takes getting used to. And as soon as I don't need it, I'll pull it down. But be careful, because if there's COVID on the filter, when I'm out shopping sometimes, I carry with me 3% peroxide from the dollar store, and I'll spray it just like that. Doesn't go through, it doesn't hurt anything. and I spray it on my hands. And that's how I protect myself. And I just make it like a half bow at the back so that it can come off easily. And sometimes I wear, well, usually I wear a little scarf around my neck because of the clip can bother your neck. But that's it. And you got like 2,000% protection. And that's for those of us who are chemically hypersensitive, and especially for Annie. Love and God bless. Over and out. And may the world get more sane, and all of the above. Now, to finish off, I forgot. I'm so used to doing stuff automatically. I take the filter out. The filter doesn't need to be washed because nothing got through this, okay? So I put the filter in a protective place, and I put this in peroxide or non-fragrance soap, and I stick it in a bowl for half an hour to an hour, and I take off my clothes at the door, and I don't wear the same clothes that day just to be safe, and my shoes and boots and everything at the door. And I have a hard time telling Dan to do the same. He sometimes walks straight into my bedroom. And he goes, I wasn't near anybody. Well, it's on the doors, it's everywhere, so just please be safe. But this is so easy. And I need about 50 of them to match all my outfits. That's me. I'm going to turn everything into a fashion. So that's my COVID fashion. And I hope this helps some of us who have chemical hypersensitivities. We have to protect ourselves from the traffic fumes and the pesticides and the environment. Now, I'm not talking God's natural environment, because I do 15 minutes outside to increase my tolerance to pollen, and it works. I was taking up to 100 garlic pills a day just to breathe, and I'm not doing anything near that now. But I can't go outside because of the heat, not because of the pollen and the allergies. Okay? So I hope that helps. And a special prayer to all of us with MCH and EI. Please fight. Write letters to your government. Try to get media, to local small town papers and media and social media to support fighting to ban the chemicals that are killing not just the planet, but us too. So that's gas, oil, diesel, and all of the above. Okay, I know this is way too long, but I hope this helps somebody. God bless.